Hi, my name is Wyatt Ferguson. This is my week 7 discussion for Faith and Story, Literature 111. This week we're talking about Adam and how people viewed him in the story Adam Beatty by George Eliot. We're talking specifically about his speech at the birthday party. Adam's speech at Arthur's birthday party really showed his honesty and his sense of self-respect. I think what really divided the men and women's views on Adam was, it wasn't that he wasn't truthful, it was rather how his truthful comes off as almost humbleness or arrogance. In my eyes, Adam spoke with a sort of humility where he knows what he's saying and he's confident in what he says, but some people can misread that as like pride and like, oh, I'm all big and I'm tough just because I'm saying this and I'm saying it strong. I think because he doesn't soften his words and he's really blunt in what he says, he doesn't try and like put himself above people by using bigger words. He just speaks his mind and he speaks how he is. I think that leads to people thinking that, oh, we need to cater to him and he thinks he's all this, he thinks he's the stuff just because he like is himself and he's truthful and he's just honest. And I think that came off wrong to the women in a sense, because having that just sort of steady pace can almost, towards someone in the position of Arthur with that type of power, can be like, wow, he just doesn't care, he's really arrogant, he's ignorant almost, like he doesn't realize how powerful this guy is. And some of the passages that helped me get that belief was early on when he said he insists on doing his work honestly and well, even if it costs him time or money. He says a man's work is part of himself and he shouldn't do it poorly. I think this really shows that he values how his work is rather than how he's viewed and like how his timing is almost. I also think that he doesn't, let's go off track, sorry. When he was speaking with Ben and some of the other workers, he was frustrated when the people just tried to get by, and that really shows he's frustrated when people don't try and just get it done to the best of their ability, sort of how he does. And it really shows that he's just habitual in how honest he is when he goes and he expresses frustration towards those people. He also talks with Seth and says that it's no use pretending to be what you're not, and that a man should stand up for the truth. I think this really shows his birthday speech is not arrogance, rather it's just a clarity that he has in how he wants to live his life and how he thinks honesty is the best way. In his interactions with Hetty, even in his romantic hopefulness, Adam's respectful and he's earnest in his feelings often. He blames himself before he blames others, and that really shows his honesty, and it's not pride, it's just who he is. He's really honest. So I think his speech was really just humble honesty and other things. And I think going back to the last part of the prompt where it says, what sort of person are you? I feel like I'm a very honest person and also blunt, similarly to Adam. Sometimes I can come off as like a jerk, for lack of a better word. Yeah, I mean, not necessarily just like a jerk, but I'll just tell people how it is and how I see it. And going on to the next question, is that the sort of person I want to be? Yeah, it is, because like I don't want to lie to people. Maybe I could be a little more gentle, but I think just being honest and not lying is the best way to go about it, because the faster you get the truth across, the less turmoil you have to deal with internally. And I think that's a really good thing. Thank you.